Good morning, Big Brother fans. It is Wednesday, September 8th. And everything's on course for Claire to be evicted tomorrow. Double eviction. We know that Alyssa will be the next target unless she wins at a household. She is going. Don't let any other thing make you think that it's going otherwise. The Cookout is loyal to the Cookout as much as they can be. And trying to remember if the second had if the head of household competition, the first head of household competition on Thursday night will be a crapshoot, or if it will be something that will allow the Cookout to team up against Alyssa. I'm too lazy to go back and look and see what they've done in recent years. But I do recall, like, one year, and this is probably like 10 years ago because my memory is cruddy when it comes to this stuff now. You know, they shot, like, tennis balls over the wall, and they had to catch them in tubes. That's a complete crapshoot of a head of household competition. If it's something like that, hey, Alyssa could win. If it's something where if it's a knockout competition where they can just make Alyssa have to win every time after time after time, then they can team up. If it's a quiz, I would think Alyssa wouldn't necessarily have a shot versus some of the Cookout members. So it's going to be interesting to see. But that's tomorrow. We still have a whole other day. And whatever happened in the past day, which is not a whole lot. It's a lot of plotting and scheming and, setting the groundwork for the Cookout Alliance. So let's go with that assumption that the Cookout Alliance does survive and gets through the double. Here I am talking next week. But I can't talk a whole lot about the double eviction. I'll talk about that more tomorrow. The Cookout is basically talking about what are we going to do, or each member is talking about, how they're going to navigate when it's just 6 of them. And in my mind, and I know there's those that are going to disagree with me, but that's okay. In my mind, you basically have 3 pairs. Basically. There are obviously leaks between different groups, but Derek and Azah are still fairly loyal to each other. Tiffany and Hannah have kind of hooked up as far as loyalty. And then Kyland and Xavier. That's kind of your 3 pairs. Now, again, there are different amounts of loyalty. There are different sub-loyalties going on between the 3 groups, or the 3 pairs. Tiffany and Hannah would love Azah to be more loyal to them. But she hasn't committed to that. And I don't think they see her as a strong competitor, so they're not like, well, we want her for her vote, but she's not like she's going to be a great competitor, right? Derek has this crush on Kyland, which he's torn by. He feels like Kyland may be playing head games with him, but he still kind of has a crush on him, so he doesn't want to be, disloyal to him. So he's kind of wavering. I don't think Xavier and Tiffany have much loyalty for each other. I think they are both at the top of this Cookout Alliance, and both see the other as an adversary. And the fandom is certainly torn. I really think there's a male-female thing going on now as far as the fandom. It's like, well, there's those that are fans of Tiffany, and she can do absolutely no wrong. And then there's those that are fans of Xavier, and he can do no wrong. I see both of them having flaws, for sure. I said, and I will continue to say, and until I feel differently, I'm going to say that I feel that Xavier has played a slightly better game than Tiffany. Now, I wouldn't have said that early on. I didn't say that early on. I had Tiffany as tearing it up. And then she got a term that I won't use that's associated with men for getting rid of Sarah Beth. She just so wanted to get rid of Sarah Beth. and leaned so hard on her as a target that it kind of turned me off. It's like, what is your deal with Sarah Beth, Tiffany? You've kind of gone, really, really super negative trying to get Sarah Beth out, just totally disparaging her character. Now, again, there are those that would say that's all's fair in love and war, that's what you do. And that's okay. That's okay for you. That's all right. For me, she crossed the line. I'm not saying she's a bad game player. I'm not saying she's playing a bad game. I just crossed the line for me, and so I have an issue with it. But I tell you right now, there are people that are just think I'm so biased against Tiffany because I'm not championing her as the best player. I am telling you, if she gets to the final two versus anybody but Xavier, I think she should win. If she gets to the final two against Xavier, I think Xavier should and will win, because I think Xavier's going to be better in that final debate than Tiffany. It doesn't mean that the jury's going to feel the same way as me. I'm just telling you what I think. So I wish people that attack me would listen to this right here and not accuse me of all the kinds of things I get accused of if I don't say Tiffany's name. It happens every year. There's always, some hardcore fandom of a particular house guest that goes after anybody who doesn't agree with them. And that's great. You are an awesome fan of your particular house guest. I am just not I don't care who wins, first of all. I don't care of any of the people that are left, including Alyssa and Claire. Any of them win, they deserve it. They got to the end, they managed to pull it off, they managed to win it. They deserve it. There have been seasons where I've said, I don't want this person to win, I don't think they really deserve it. But I am fine with any of these people winning. So I got 8 to pick from. I'm okay with any of them. I would have been okay with Sarah Beth winning. I would have been okay with Derek X winning. It's amazing how many people, I was really all about all of these people playing so well. So, again, most of you guys listening to this already know this and or know how I feel about this. And so I'm kind of preaching to the choir because I doubt there's many people who are ultra hardcore fans of Tiffany that will rip me apart on Twitter that are listening to this. That's the thing. So I'm sorry to bother you all with this talk because it doesn't matter. And if someone attacks me today on Twitter about Tiffany, if I said, go listen to this, they're going to go, I don't have time to listen to that. First of all, because I know you're not going to say what I want to hear, so I don't want to listen to it. So, yeah. Anyways. So there's still this shuffling, this dance going on, getting ready for the cookout, which, again, I think is going to happen. I think they're going to get the cookout to the final 6. I truly hope they do at this point. I just don't. Alyssa, again, I'm okay if Alyssa wins, but I don't think she's done anything spectacular. So, okay, out of the way, Alyssa, get to the cookout. Let's have this moment with the cookout and a week full of cookout, which, of course, is not going to be they're going to sit around and toast each other and be all happy about how they won, because guess what? Once they get to that final 6, one of them is going to be head of household. So at least 2 of the other cookout members are going to be totally scrambling because they're going to know, well, I'm in trouble, because guess what? If Xavier wins it, head of household, you can bet that Tiffany knows she's in trouble. I'm not sure, and granted, I know other people may know, but I'm not sure who Xavier's second target would be, but let's not get into that yet. If Tiffany wins, Xavier's in trouble. I think if Derek Frazier wins, I think he's going after Hannah, maybe. I'm not sure who the second might be. He says Kylan, but I don't know if he's serious about that. That's the thing. You don't know who he's talking to, when he's talking, what he's saying. It's hard to get a read on who these people are particularly targeting right now. But my point is, even though it will be the Cookout Alliance for a week, there's going to be a lot of gameplay going on, so it's not going to be a big happy thing. There will be moments where they're going to go like, wow, we made it, but then they're going to be right back to, crap, now I got to vote one of my Alliance members out, finally. Or one of my core Alliance members out. So, that's the dope. That's what's going. The dope. I don't know where that came from. That's what's going on. Yeah, I guess the other day, was it yesterday? Alyssa got her video call I don't know any more details about that. I'd forgotten about it until I saw it happen. So, yeah. It's Wednesday. It feels like Thursday to me, which is weird because it should feel like Tuesday since I had Monday off. Are you with me still? But it does feel like Thursday to me, and I realize it's not. So we got another week. We got to watch tonight's episode, and no, I still have not watched Sunday night's episode. Maybe I will get to it today. Maybe I'll watch tonight's episode. I won't have time. I don't know. I don't know what time I'm going to get home. I may be late to watching tonight's episode. I very possibly will. Because I got family stuff to take care of. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's still, yeah. Did I mention? Yes, I've mentioned constantly, time and time again, that I've been, lots of stuff going on. So, yeah, there is a slight possibility that I may not get to watch tomorrow night's show live. Which, that would be a disappointment. Because that's kind of like, that's more exciting of a live show to watch than the finale. If you can keep yourself completely in the dark, you don't need to watch the finale live because the show's over after that. But a double eviction, a lot goes on in a double eviction night. Yeah, but I'm not 100% sure I'll be watching it live because stuff. Well, not only that, there's a cross-country meet that night too. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. Okay. All right. I'm done. I'm finished. Let me wrap it up, John. Hope you guys have a good Wednesday, hump day. You can be like my coworker and go, Mike, which he will do at some point today. Because of the Geico or whatever commercial it is that does the camel hump day thing. Yeah, it is Geico. Yeah. By the way, Mike never talks in that commercial. Have I mentioned that before? Probably. He just makes a face and rolls his eyes. So I just look at the guys when they do it. And it's all guys that do it. I do have female coworkers, but none of them do it. So we're going to go with the guys. All right, folks, that's it. I am out of here. Have a good day. Thank you to my patrons again. It is time for me to give them another shout out. It's been another week or so. I need to do it. Thank you to those of you that stay out and listen to the commercials. Appreciate it. And I will talk to all of you tomorrow. All right? Promise. Whoops. I just pulled out into traffic. Not a good move, Mike. All right. All right, that's it. I'm going now. Had to accelerate before I could touch a button. See you guys. Bye-bye.